Hare Krishna. Next part of our program is Sunday Feast lecture. Today's class will be given by His Grace Radha Rajbihari Prabhu. Prabhu is part of our core congregation and he was enthusiastically participating in Janmashtami and other celebrations and he is doing Pujari service and Prabhu and his good daughter Sudarshini participated in book distribution service nicely. With that, we will welcome Prabhu by loudly chanting one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Over to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. This is good. This is good, Prabhu. This is good. Devotees, please move forward. Whoever come later, they can join at the back without disturbing the class. Thank you. Two columns, Prabhus. I need to share the screen, Prabhu. You have to enable it.
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिति नामिनि नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष निवादि पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद नमो महावदनाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिनि गौर दृश्ये नमः नमो ब्रह्मणे देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद हिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः So, thank you all for coming to the class, Sunday Feast class. Very special day. I'm especially thankful to Satyasar Prabhu and Yasubhadra Mataji for giving me opportunity to speak something today. I don't have any qualification. Believe me, I don't have any qualification. But still, I'm daring to speak something on the topic which is very relevant for the day. Today is Odana Shashti. I don't know how many of you know about it, but definitely you'll know today, right? We'll get to know about Odana Shashti, very, very wonderful festival that is happening in Odisha, in Jagannath Puri. We'll know about Lord Jagannath, his Dham, Nilachal Kshetra, today's festival, and the most important thing is the Lord's devotees. There are so many devotees of the Lord and wonderful pastimes that is associated with the Lord. So you will get to know something about it. And before we start anything, let's do the Mangala Charan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yen Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Hare Krishna. How many of you have been to Jagannath Puri? One, two, three. What about others? Oh, okay. We are in Jagannath Puri today. Okay. Well, there are two things. One is Tirtha, other is Dham. Whenever we start speaking about Dham, the Dham actually manifest, right? That is how when we are doing Prem Dhani, what did we don't say Prayag ki Jai and other. Because what happens when we start speaking about Dham, the Dham actually manifest. Dham manifest at the same place. So today we are in Jagannath Puri. Say Jagannath Bhagwan ki Jai. Makar Sankranti, which is falling in the middle of January, the deities, they will wear winter clothes. Okay, so the entire body of the deities will be covered, just the face will be not covered. So you can see that here in this beautiful picture. Okay, and on the altar also. Okay, so they are covered with the velvet cloth. And there's a very beautiful pastime that we are going to see today. And on this very day, Gadadhar Pandit, he got initiated for the second time. Okay, by whom? Anybody? Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Both of them are very close associates of Sri Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Both Pundarik Vidyanidhi and Gadadhar Pandit. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi is actually none other than who? Vrishabhanu Maharaj. in Vrij Leela. So he was Vrishabhanu Maharaj in Vrij Leela. And today he is initiating Gadadhar Pandit for the second time. So the shloka that comes in this reference is Gadadhar Pandite Teno Puna Mantra Dila Odana Shashtira Dine Yatra De Ye Dekhila. So Pundarika Vidyanidhi initiated Gadadhar Pandit for the second time on the day of Odana Shashti, and he saw the festival. So what he saw in the festival will come in the later part. But in this slide, what you are seeing here is Gadadhar Pandit is associated with Pundarika Vidyanidhi. So when actually Gadadhar Pandit heard so many things about Pundarik Vidyanidhi, that is very exalted devotee of the Lord, and he was eager to meet him and actually wanted to get initiated by him. So when he goes and actually visits Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he's seeing that Pundarik Vidyanidhi is sitting in a very opulent condition. He is like with all the different kind of rasas. He's enjoying everything, life at his extreme. He has got hookah. He has got a very nice couch. And there are young ladies also around him. So looking all that stuff, Gadadhar Pandit got literally reluctant. Means, where did I come? What did happen to him? Means somebody was telling that he is a very exalted devotee, but looks like he is in all different rasa, living very opulent life. So that was actually making him perplexed. And then he said, "Oh Krishna, where did I come?" As soon as he uttered the name of Krishna, all Ashta Sattvic Vikar started to appearing in the body of Pundarik Vidyanidhi. He tore off all his clothes and everything. Immediately, after looking at that, he realized, after looking at this, he realized that I did some kind of mistake. I created some kind of mistake, and Gadadhar Pandit actually apologized for that. Such an exalted devotee. So one basic teaching from this particular part is that we should never judge anybody under any circumstances. Anybody. I mean, someone is coming with dhoti and kurta may not be exalted devotee. He could be the worst of worst like me, right? But there could be someone who has come in a Western outlook or whatever. So outlook does not matter. It is the actual personal association with the lordships. How much you have developed the taste of that pure love. And that can be only understood by the devotee because that is very personal association with the Lord. So one very beautiful teaching is that we should never judge anybody, in particular a Vaishnava devotee. The first offense, right? Never blaspheme any devotee of the Lord, right? So what happened when he goes, in this shloka, it is said they saw the festival. Okay, so Pundarik Vidyanidhi is the festival. He goes to Jagannath Puri temple, and he sees that the deities are offered starched cloth. You all know starched cloth, no? You have maar laga hua kapda. So starched cloth is offered to the deities. Generally, that is not the practice, right? Whenever we bring a cloth, we will wash it nicely and then offer it to the lordships, right? But just when he sees that the Lord is offered starched cloth, then he got little offended. Pundarik Vidyanidhi. He got little offended. He was going with Swarup Damodar. Swarup Damodar is saying, no, don't get offended. It is Lord's Leela. And in Jagannath Puri, anything is happening, it is because of Lord's own sweet will. Nobody can actually start doing anything without his will. So after some times, I mean, he didn't pay attention to what Swarup Damodar is saying anyway. So after that, he just keep on criticizing and he just went back. Later on, at night, what happens? This comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela. I will read the shlokas. Sei ratraye Jagannath balaya siya na tanare hasiya hasiya. That night, the brothers, Lord Jagannath and Balaram, came to Pundarika Vidyanidhi and smilingly began to slap him. Okay? They are smiling and slapping him. Gala Pulila Acharya Antare Ullasa Vistari Varniya Chena Vrindavana Dasa. Although his cheeks were swollen from slapping, Pundarika Vidyanidhi was very happy with him, was very happy and satisfied. Why? Because Lord is slapping him, right? Coming and touching and then slipping. I'm just looking forward to it. So this incident had been elaborately described by Vrindavan Das Thakur in Chaitanya Bhagavata. So some experts from Chaitanya Bhagavata also I'm going to speak up. So it is described in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Sri Gaura Sundara, accompanied by his devotees, came to see Lord Jagannath on Odana Shrishti. Musical bands with numerous instruments, mridangas, conch shell, bells, etc., echoed all around the entire town, wore a festive look. Their lordships wore many different sets of cloths that day, and the festival would last until Makar Sankranti in mid-January. Sri Gaura Sundara and the Vaishnavas stayed late into the night, gripped in waves of ecstasy, seeing Sri Jagannath many changes of dress. The Supreme Lord, as the worshipper, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, worshipped himself in the deity form. So this is important to understand. Same thing, same Krishna, same Jagannath, and same is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here, the Lordship himself is worshipping the deity form of Jagannath. So one is devotee, the other is a lordship, right? So Lord himself is worshipping himself. Right? So unless the Lord blesses one cannot fathom this divine esoteric mystery which was now being played out. Upon the altar, the Supreme Lord, Sri Jagannath Swami Ki, in his wooden deity form, sat in yoga asana, while he, as the crest jewel of all the sannyasi, Gaurasundar Mahaprabhu Ki, steeped into the mellows of Bhakti Yoga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came for his own darshana. Very important. He came for his own darshana. On the occasion of Odana Shashti festival, the deities are colorfully dressed in the finest of silk and with beautiful golden jewelry inlaid with precious gems, garland, bracelets, and earrings, all made from fragrant seasonal flowers, further bedeck their lordships. Scented oil, incense, flowers, ghee lamp, and the 16 different items for special worship are offered to the Lord Jagannath. Grand and opulent offering of prasadam are also made continually. Sri Gaurahari observed these festivities with his devotees, Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antya Leela, Antakand 10. So this was about Odana Shashti. Now, how many of you want to know about appearance of the Lord? Yes, no, maybe. We want to learn a little bit. At least not in detail, just for the point of understanding how Lord appeared in Jagannath Puri, and then little bit reciprocation of lordships with the devotees. Okay, so story of Lord's appearance. So in a nutshell, just wanted to let you know, there was a king, very pious king by name Indradyumna. Indradyumna Maharaj was ruling Puri, and he came to know from someone that lordship is appearing in the form of Neela Madhava. In the form of Neela Madhava, close to his territory. And he was not knowing where he is. So, because he was very staunch devotee of the Lord, and he was eager to see the lordships. So he immediately ordered all his army people to just go around and find out where is Neel Madhav. And there were so many people, but his main priest, there are priests also associated with the king. So he had one main priest, and his brother was Vidyapati, very intelligent person. So he was also deputed to find out Neel Madhava, and somehow he was the person who succeeded. So he found that there is a tribal area close to Nilachal Dham where actual Neel Madhav is appearing. And there is one person by name Vishwavasu, who is the leader of Shabar tribe. Shabar are those people who are actually rearing pig farmers. Okay, so he is the leader of those that tribe, and he actually goes and meets Neel Madhav every day. So out of his curiosity, he just started to make friendship with Vishwavasu and trying to find out a way to see Neel Madhav. But this guy was very reluctant. He said, "No, you cannot see Neel Madhav. That is our Lord. You cannot see." But is he his Lord? No, he's the Lord of the universe, right? So that didn't work out. So what this fellow did, he started closeness with the daughter of Vishwavasu. Ultimately, they fell into love and they got married. Once they are married, then he's asking his wife, "I want to see Neel Madhav." Now that's the deal. I wanted to see the Neel Madhav. And then this lady, he requests again back to his father, "Father, my husband wants to see Neel Madhav." So now, reluctant Vishwavasu, he agreed with the condition that he has to go with him, but he cannot go with open eyes, right? So he has to tie something around his eyes and then he can go and see Neel Madhav. This Vidyapati is a very clever person. He took some mustard seeds with him and went to the journey. And when he was going, he was just dropping mustard seeds in the back, just thinking that over some period of time, this will germinate and he will see the path where he's going. So eventually that happened. He had a darshan. Then he goes back to the king, tells Indradyumna Maharaj, "I already had the darshan of Neel Madhav. Now you can come with me." Now, this Indradyumna Maharaj, with all his paraphernalia and all the army and everybody, goes with all pomp and shows and wanted to see Neel Madhav. And when they visited the place, what happened? Neel Madhav was gone. He disappeared. He was not there. Okay? So the king went there and Neel Madhav disappeared. So he started lamenting badly. Then Lord comes in his dream, the king's dream, and says that, "Don't you worry. I will manifest myself in a different form. You go to the shore of the sea. There are logs of wood coming, the floating woods. You come, pick up the wood, and start getting carved form of the lordships." Okay. So he got the logs, brought it to the kingdom, but he was not able to find an appropriate architect to carve it. Many people tried, but nobody knew the form. Nobody knew the form of the lordships, right? So he was perplexed what to do now. Ultimately, an old man comes and he says, "King, I can do this job." King was very happy, very happy. He's thinking, at least someone came forward and saying, "I can do the job." He said, "But I need 21 days of seclusion. Nobody should come in between my work, or else I'll be gone." Okay. So the logs were kept inside a room. It was locked from outside. And this old man goes inside. This old man is nobody else than Vishwakarma himself, Devashilpi Vishwakarma. And he started to work for day and night continuously. People can't hear anything other than the breaking of the wood, chipping of the woods. That sound was always coming. So that was realizing that something's happening inside. 15 days passed like that. After 15 days, all of the sudden, there was no sound coming from inside. Here, the king's wife, Mother Gundicha, she became mad. Like, what happened? Maybe this old man has died inside. What happened to him? So she started pressing king, like, you have opened the door. And no, we have promised that old person that at least 21 days we have to pass. And no, I can't hear any sound. Maybe that person is dead. So they have to open the door. Once they open the door, they are seeing that the architect who was actually carving the deities, he is nowhere. He's gone. He's nowhere. And the lordships have appeared in this form that you are seeing on the altar. Okay. But this form is not complete. It's not complete. You see only half of the arms, right? You don't see the feet, right? Actually, when I'm speaking about Jagannath, Jagannath is here. And there is a real story about it I'm going to tell you, share with you. I think you must have heard about Prashant Mukundas Prabhu. Okay, he's associated with ISKCON Dwarika. And Prashant Mukundas Prabhu, in his Katha, Jagannath Katha, he was telling that in one of my narrations about Jagannath's pastime, I said that Lord doesn't have hands and feet. I mean, I can't tell you because my hairs are at the top. And he's getting at the dream at night in which saying, see my hands and feet. Hari bol. So he narrated that story that when you are speaking about Jagannath, be very cautious, don't speak anything rubbish. And that was the message he was conveying, that Jagannath has his hands and feet, everything, right? Okay, so and actually this form of the lordships is described elsewhere in Utkal of Skanda Puran, where this form of the Lord, which you are seeing in Jagannath Puri, is described very nicely. So first time this form of the Lord was experienced by Narad Muni. Okay, so there is a story behind it. I'm not going into details because there are so many details to be discussed today, but we can discuss sometimes later about it. So once the Lord has appeared, first thing happens is the Isnan Yatra, that is the appearance day of the Lord. Here all the lordships will be brought outside and they will be soaked with 108 pots of water. Okay, 108 कलश से उनको स्नान कराते हैं. So this is called Devasnan Purnima. This is on Devasnan Purnima. Okay, so this is to commemorate the appearance of lordships. So after this, what happens? He gets cold. 108, too much, right? So he gets cold, he gets fever, and during for 15 days, he's not giving darshan to anybody, and he's drinking kada, khichdi. All those things are served to the lordships for 15 days. But there's a beautiful pastime for that. Beautiful pastime. It's not happened just like that. There is a staunch devotee of the Lord named Madhava Das. Okay, Madhava, Hari Bol. Madhava Das. So Madhava Das was a very renowned Vaishnava saint. After his wife passed away, he decided that he'll go to the Puri. He'll go to Puri and remain there for the rest of his life. So after reaching there, he sat down in a secluded corner of the seashore and started meditating on the lordships. Okay, he was so much intensely gone into meditation that he forget everything. He forget about eating, sleeping. He was just in meditation, just thinking about the lordships. But Lord, in his own dham, his own devotee is there, who is sitting without eating, sleeping like this. How he's not going to take care? He ordered Lakshmi Devi to bring Mahaprasad for Madhava Das. So Lakshmi Devi personally took golden plate in which Mahaprasad was there for Jagannath to Madhav. Madhav Das, after getting the smell of this prasada, woke up, nicely took the prasadam and kept the plate on the side. Here something else happens. Pujaris in Jagannath temple, they come, they are saying that golden plate is missing. What happened? Maybe someone did some mischief. And all along the place, along the Puri, everywhere, people started searching for the plate. And one person got to know that they know where the plate is, right? So Pandas, they found the plate and they started scolding Madhav Das left and right. They scolded like anything. They beaten him and thrown him on the side of the road. Madhav Das. So after looking into this condition of Madhav Das, Jagannath was very much became like, what is happening to my devotee? Nobody can do like that. So Jagannath came into dream of the Pandas and saying, he is my devotee. All the things that you have done to him is taken up by me. Just like what has happened with Haridas Thakur. Remember? He was beaten at different marketplaces. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took all the beatings on him. So Lord take care of his devotees just like that. Okay, so Pandas were scolded by the Jagannath and they were advised, go to see Madhav Das, seek forgiveness from him for your act. Pandas, they have to do it. They just came and they just gave prostrate obeisances to Madhav Das. We did a big mistake. Please forgive me. So they were forgiven immediately by Madhav Das. After there, some days, there is another pastime. This Madhav Das was struck with diarrhea. One day he was very badly ill and he just went to seashore. And he has so much staunch faith in Jagannath, he wants to seek help from nobody else, no matter what. It is Jagannath who is taking care of me and he will take care of. So that firm faith was there in heart of Madhav Das. And he was in such a way, such a situation that he became unconscious. He's passing urine, stool, everything on the same place, just in that unconscious state. Then what happens? Lord appears in form of a small boy and started taking care of Madhav Das. Now he's taking care of, and then eventually Madhav Das becomes better. And then once he's completely in his consciousness, then he sees, who is this person who is taking care of me? He just holds the feet of that person and says, you cannot be anyone other than Jagannath. You cannot be anyone other than Jagannath. And then Lord revealed his form to Madhav Das. Once Lord reveals his form to Madhav Das, then he's saying, why you have to do this, Prabhu? Why you have to do this? You don't have to do this for a person like me. Then Lord says, this is my way of reciprocation with my devotees. I take care of them. Okay? What Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, no? Yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Whatever you have, it will be secured. Whatever you don't have, I will provide. That is my promise. That is the promise of the Lordships, right? So this is how the reciprocation happens between the Lord. Now, Madhav Das asked one question to the Lordship. Why, if you happen to come here, you could have removed all these things from my body and make me healthy. Why you have to do all of that? And on top of that, why I have to suffer for this long? Then Lordship says that I don't have any control on your karmas, on your prarabdhas, whatever you have done in the past. Right? So he said that you have completed everything. 15 days of your prarabdha is still left. For that 15 days of prarabdha, I will take your prarabdha, and for those 15 days, Lord remains sick in Jagannath Puri even today. Okay, that is after Snana Yatra. For 15 days, all darshan will be closed. Lord will not appear in his particular form, and he takes a karmic reaction of Madhavadas. But there are other stories also, like sometimes he will not even become healthy our 45 days. So that is the time when there is Navakalebur. Lord will change his forms. Okay, his old forms will be taken to Mahashamashan, which is in Jagannath Puri, and new forms of the lordships will be installed in the temple. And there is a very important things to know, that there is a Brahma Tattva that is installed in the deities by the head priest. And at that time, entire Puri city will be blackout, no power, complete dark. That is when Brahma Padarth is actually transferred into the body of the new deities. Okay. And then we all know about chariot festival. Once the Lord is healthy, happy, he comes out to give darshan to everybody. Not everyone is able to have darshan of the lordships in the temple. Everybody knows that? Okay. So only people who are believing in Sanatana Dharma are allowed to actually go and pay a visit inside and watch the lordships on the altar, but not anybody else. So Lord himself comes out and gives darshan out of his mercy to everyone, open to all. But there is another thing also. As long as the Lord is inside Jagannath Puri temple in the altar, he is staying in Dwarka as a king. When he comes out, actually, then he is going to Vrindavan to meet the gopis, right? So you must have seen Rath Yatra when he's coming. He's like this, right? He's coming like this. So initially I had this question. I was thinking maybe the Pandas are giving a right to lordships like this. But no, he's in that ecstasy. He's in ecstatic. He's actually in just like he has taken liquor like that. So he is so much ecstatic, just wanted to see everybody who's on the roadside. So Lord come out and gives darshan to everybody. And you all know about different, there are 3 different chariots, okay? One for Jagannath, other for Subhadra, other for Baladev, all 3 of these deities. And once this function actually starts, the king of Puri, he comes personally and brooms the road. He's brooming the road with the golden broom. This is to signify that nobody is superior to the lordship. Whoever you may be Lord's representative, but you are not the Lord. Okay, so that is the message that comes from here, that whoever it may be is going, your purpose, your sole purpose is to serve the Lord. Jivera Swaripuhe, Nityera Krishna Das. Okay, so we are eternal servitor of the lordships. Okay, so the chariots come out. It's a huge procession. Actually, the population of Puri is close to 2 lakh. Okay, but during this procession, there are more than 10 lakh people who are there in Puri. 10 lakh people. More than 10 lakh people that are there in Puri. And they are just trying to pull the ropes of the lordships. And those ropes are not ordinary ropes. Once you touch those ropes, you are gone from this material world. Hari Hari. So I already mentioned that lordship is coming out in Vrindavan mood, right? When he's coming out, he's coming in the mood that I am going to Vrindavan. So when this chariot festival was watched by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna himself, in the mood of Radharani. Radharani is eager to wait. Actually, she is waiting for Krishna to come out. And here is Krishna outside, right? So in the mood of Krishna accepting in Vrindavan, Mahaprabhu gives dance ecstatically on the road. He danced ecstatically on the road. Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol. Everybody started to dance along with Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. So this is actually revealing the most intimate pastimes of the lordships. Okay, and where he's going? He's going to Gundicha temple. Gundicha temple is representing Vrindavan because Lord is going to stay here for remaining times. Okay, remaining time of Rath Yatra, he's going to stay in Gundicha temple. So Lord, there is a beautiful pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu representing Gundicha Marjanam. Lot of devotees who are following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are just going to Gundicha temple and just keep on washing, washing, washing. And Lord himself was the leader of the team. He was washing the most. Okay, so for example, there is a narration that was coming. Someone is showing, I got this much of, say, dirt from side. Lord said, I got this much. I washed 10 pots of water. I bought 100 pots of water. So Lord is the leader and he's showing by his own presence how we have to serve the lordships. It should be pristine, clean. That is how we have to keep the temple. Very clean, discipline. Okay, so it is like in Vrindavan, Lordship is going to meet the gopis and the Radharani. Okay, so as I already mentioned, Rath Yatra is very unique because here the Lord is giving opportunity for darshan to everybody. Everyone is able to see the lordships. And same opportunity was provided by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Everybody, all around the world. Now you can see Jagannath is present everywhere. Rath Yatra is everywhere. It started in Los Angeles and now all around the world. And right now also in some part of the world, Rath Yatra is going on. That is because of Prabhupada. So saints, they just bestow mercy on others. That's their job. And the best example I can think of Prabhupada, nobody else. Okay, so this is a festival for all. People of all the nationalities, religion are welcome to join the festivities. It is a wonderful opportunity to unite people around. So it has got a meaning of indulged Indian philosophy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. One word family. Entire world is one family. We have only one supreme controller. So that is the message that is coming out of Rath Yatra. Okay, very wonderful. Another devotee associated with the Lord is Salabeg. How much time we have, Prabhu? Okay, great. 15, 20 minutes. Okay, great. So Salabeg, he was a Muslim by birth and son of Mughal Senapati ko kya bolte? I think journal of military journal. Yes, military journal Lal Beg. So he was Lal Beg's son. So Lal Beg actually he was deputed in Odisha, originally from West Bengal. He was deputed in Odisha for some times. And when he comes to Orissa, he sees one Brahman lady on the side. And at the first sight, he was little affectionate towards that lady. And he started actually discussing with him and also proposed her that he wanted to marry her. This lady was a widow. In those days, it was a tradition that widows will not be able to marry, right? So, but somehow Lal Beg and this lady, they got married. But this lady was very good, nice devotee of Lord Vishnu. And she always remembers Jagannath. So she keeps on narrating this pastime to anybody she meets. And their son was Salabeg. So when Salabeg became a little older, then he also joined his father in military. And once there was a big fight, they went on a fight and Lal Beg died and Sal Beg was very badly injured. Very badly injured. He was injured to such an extent that there was no chance that he will survive. Somehow he managed to come to home, and looking into his condition, the mother says, you just keep on praying to Jagannath, you will be all right. So he started praying to Jagannath, and the miracle happens. He became all right. Once he was completely okay, he wanted to have darshan of Jagannath. So he went to Jagannath Puri to have darshan of the lordships. But again, because of his birth in Muslim family, he was not allowed to enter into the temple. He was very much feeling dejected. And then in this condition, he left, he went to Vrindavan. He went to Vrindavan, and there he started associating with different saints. Okay, and they were also narrating Jagannath's pastime to Salbeg, and eventually his faith on Jagannath became more and more and more strong. One day, someone told him that Jagannath can be seen once a year during Rath Yatra. So he was so happy. He started running out of Vrindavan to see the actual lordships he was actually craving to see. So he came out in that condition and started to move towards the place where Rath Yatra was happening. But he became sick again. The time of Rath Yatra was coming very close, and he was very sick. Rath Yatra started, and somehow he started to crawl, and he's saying, Lordship, he's just praying in his heart, Lordship, I wanted to have your darshan. Please give me your darshan. After that, if you want to kill me completely. So Lordships, very affectionate to Salbeg, and the Rath actually started and stopped. Can you believe? There are lakhs and lakhs of people pulling the Rath. It's not moving anywhere. It stopped just like that. And then Salbeg appears in front of the Rath. He has the darshan, and he leaves his body. Hari Bol. And today, also there is a samadhi of Salbeg, which is in Puri. And even now, when the Rath Yatra happens, Lord stops in front of samadhi for a few moments, and then Rath proceeds. That is a beautiful pastime of Salbeg. Like this, there are very different types of as reciprocations with the devotees. Another wonderful devotee is Ganapati Bhatt. Ganapati Bhatt is a very staunch devotee of Ganesha, and he doesn't want to worship anybody other than Ganesha. And he gets to know that Lord of the universe is residing in Puri. He goes and says, I will just see. My lordships is there. And he has a preconceived notion that he has got an elephant head. Right? Looking into the desire of the devotee, when he actually appears in front of the lordships, he appears in Hasti Vesha. So even now, Hati Vesha is it's a kind of decoration that is done for the lordships, in which he is actually having elephant head. Right? So that is there. Then another pastime is of Goswami Tulsidas. Everybody knows about Tulsidas, no? So he is the one very staunch devotee of Lord Ram. And he wanted to see Lordship in front of him when he is going to Jagannath Puri. And Lord, actually, when he goes, he is seeing just form of Lord as big eyes, open eyes, no blinking, and nothing like that, black form, yellow form, white form. And then he's thinking, this is not my Lord. And he was literally dejected. He just comes out, and then as he's coming out of the temple, someone pulls his shawl, his amcha, this angavastram, and it's a monkey who's pulling out his gamcha and walking away. Immediately he sees another old man. He's asking that, look at that monkey. He's taken my gamcha. I came to see my lordships. I am not able to see the lordships. On top of that, he's taken my gamcha also. So things are happening like this. And at night, Lord Ramchandra appears in his dream and says, why are you so much perplexed? You have seen me. I'm in the form of Jagannath. Now he's seeing in the form of Ramchandra in Jagannath Puri. So you have seen two incidences. So this is how the Lord reciprocates, and he narrates that the monkey is nobody other than Hanuman, and the person who brought you back your gamja was nobody other than Vibhishan. Even today, Vibhishan is visiting Jagannath Puri every day at night time. So one day there is a narration for that. I think we'd be a short of time, but we can just little. Once what happened? It was little delayed for Vibhishan to come. He left his kada, and in Jagannath Puri, if you want to have darshan of that kada, it's still there. It's like this big kada. Vibhishan's kada is still there. Okay, so this was about the lordships. Then there's another beautiful pastime of Talicha Mahapatra. Talicha Mahapatra was a priest in Jagannath temple. And one day, once he's a main pujari in Jagannath temple, and he's actually having very close reciprocation with the lordships, right? He will talk to the come to visit temple. Here also, when some dignitary comes, we try to give them Mahaprasad in terms of like garland of the lordships, right? So the king was also actually desiring for that Mahaprasad in form of garland of the Lord. That day, what happened? This person, he didn't had garland for Jagannath, and the garland he was wearing right now in his neck, Talicha Mahapatra. And he got news that king is coming. And I was thinking, king will ask for the garland. What I will do at that time? So what he did, he just took out his garland, put it on Jagannath. This is how the devotees reciprocate with the lordships, right? And immediately, when king comes, he asks for that garland and Mahaprasad. No problem. Garland was given to king. King goes back to his palace, and surprisingly, he sees that there is a big long hair on the garland. He says, Jagannath doesn't have a hair. Where from this hair has come on the garland? Now was the trouble for Talija Mahapatra. He was summoned and asked, where did you get this garland from? How does this hair appear on the garland? This fellow, he says, what's the problem? Jagannath has hair. Jagannath has hair, and he can actually, one of the hair must have come on the garland. King says, don't try to play with me. Don't try to play with me. I know Jagannath doesn't have hairs. So he said, your lordship, please come and visit the temple and see for yourself what happened. Then next day, he comes to the Jagannath temple, and he actually witnesses himself the hairs on the head of Jagannath, and he still is not believing it. Is not believing it. I'm just shortening the story because there is a lot of narration in here. Just try to shorten it. So the hair is still there on the head. The king is saying to Talicha Mahapatra that you must have planted the hair with some glue. Don't play with me. Priest is saying, I mean, I can't do this to you, my lord. You can just check it. And king, he started to pulling the hair. He started pulling the hair. And once he starts pulling the hair, he of that place, he's not allowed to actually go inside the temple. So what happens? He's staying outside and he's crying. Prabhu, there's an echo. Yeah. He's crying. So once he's crying, then during this cry, what happens? The Lord actually listens to the cry of the Lordship, of the king. And he says, one day at night, you go to the temple, and as you enter the Simhadwara, on the right side, you establish the deity exactly looking like Jagannath inside, and this deity will be called Patita Pavana. King wakes up in the night, mid of the night, he wakes up and rushes on his horse without any force on anybody and goes directly in front of temple to the Singhadwar and started shouting, Patita Pavan Jagannath ki! Patita Pavan Jagannath ki! So like that, he's just shouting. And once he's doing like this, the priest is also coming out and he's saying that I'm also having the same dream. I'm also having the same dream. Jagannath wants to actually come in the form of Patita Pavana right here. And you start getting the deity, will get it installed, and it will be served by the servitors of the lordships. That is how Patita Pavan comes. And is even today, people who actually are not able to go inside, they can have darshan of Patita Pavan and also the flag and Sudarshan Chakra. So those people, they get the same kind of benediction as you get the darshan of the lordships inside the sanctum sanctorum. Then there's another beautiful narration of Bhakta Mata Karmabai. Karmabai is from Chhattisgarh, where I was coming from. So this is a very beautiful pastime of the lordships, where Karmabai is actually feeding khichdi by her own hand to lordships. And she knows it, that it's the Lord I'm coming and feeding. And beautiful thing is that she doesn't care about how we have to go. We have to wash ourselves, clean ourselves. Because right before Mangala Arati in the temple, Lord will come to her house. Right? Before Mangala Arati, she will come. He will come and he'll say, I'm hungry. Feed me now. So she will not care about anything. She will just prepare khichdi. And out of her love, complete bhava and samarpan and everything, she will make. And when she is doing brush also, she will sometimes just use the brush to mix the khichdi and whatever. Sometimes looks awkward to us, right? But Lord, He's the Lord of the universe. He, with such a delight, relishes that khichdi like anything. One day, one Mahatma comes and watches this Karmabai preparing the khichdi and then says, you can't do like that. Lord is coming to you. You have to be pure in the heart. You have to clean yourself, be very disciplined, clean the kitchen and everything. Karmabai said, okay, I'll do that like this next time. Next day, Karmabai comes. It takes time, nicely takes bath and everything. Lord is waiting there, saying, Ma, I am hungry. Bring the khichdi fast. She says, wait, I have to finish my things first. I have got the advice from Mahatma Ji. I have to do like this. And then somehow she comes, prepares the khichdi, feeds the Lord. Lord says, I don't get the same taste. No, that bhava is missing. So, and then Lord comes in the dream of that Mahatma. Don't try to fool my devotees. He goes, pays an obeisances in front of Karmabai. Mata, this is all thing is for people like us. You do whatever you wanted to do. It's between you and your lordships, right? And then this thing happens. And then one day what happens, Karmabai leaves her body and tears were coming from the eyes of Jagannath. He's crying. He's crying out of love and affection for her mother. Mother is not there, so she's crying. Nobody is going to serve me khichdi now. And then the priest promises, don't you worry, my lordship. Every day in the morning, first thing you will be offered the Karmabai's khichdi. And even today, first thing that is offered to the lordship is the khichdi prasadam. And there is a lot of narration. I think there is less time. We will just quickly skip all this thing and just try to glorify the lordships. And if you all please join. Join me in this Jagannathashtakam. Kadachit kalindi tata vipin sangitaralo Modabhiri nari vadan kamala swada madhupa Rama Shambhu Brahma Marpati Ganesharchit Pado Jagannath Swami Nayan Patgami Bhava Tume Bhuje Savye Venum Shirasi Shikhi Pecham Katitate Dukulam Netrante Sahachar Kataksham Cha Vedadat Sada Srimad Vrindavan Vasati Lila Parichayo Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhava Tumhe Maham Bhose Stire Kanak Ruchire Nil Shikare Vasan Prasadantam Sahaj Balabhadrena Balina Subhadra Madhyastha Sakal Sura Seva Vasardo Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhava Tume Kripa Paravara Sajal Jalada Shveni Ruchiro Rama Vani Rama Suradamal Panke Ruha Mukha Surendra Radhya Shruti Gana Shikha Git Charito Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhava Tume Ratha Rudo Gachan Pathi Milita Bhudeva Patale Stuti Pradurbhavam Pratipadumapkaranya Sadaya Daya Sindur Bandhu Sakal Jagatam Sindhu Sutaya Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhava Tume Param Brahma Pida Kubhale Adalot Pull Nayano Nivasi Niladro Nihit Charono Nanta Sirashi Rasanandi Radha Sarasva Pulangana Sukho Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhava Tume Navayache Rajyam Nachakanaka Manikya Vibhavam Nayache Ham Ramyam Sakala Janakamyam Varvadhum Sada Kale Kale Pramat Patina Gita Charito Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhava Tume Haratvam Samsaram Drutataram Asaram Surpate Haratvam Papanam Vititam Param Yadav Pate Aho Dinanathe Nihit Charano Nishchitamidam Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhava Tume Jagannathashtakam Punyam Ya Patet Prayata Shuchihi Sarva Papa Vishuddhatma Vishnu Loka Sabgakshati Shri Jagannath Swami Ki Jai Patit Pavan Jagannath Swami Ki Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai Ki Neelachal Dham Ki. So please forgive me for any mistakes that might have come during the course of this lecture, and please bless me so that I further progress in my bhakti. And thank you all so much for patiently hearing that. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. That's a wonderful lecture. Devotees, please restrain from praising the today's class. If you want, you can do offline. If you have any questions or comments, or you want to share any reflections on the class, please raise your hand. Whoever's sitting in the temple hall, as well as in online.
There are two things, Prabhu. One thing is like everybody understood everything. The other thing is nothing. So please forgive me for that. But definitely, Lord pastimes are wonderful, and we can discuss during the course of taking prasadam if you have any questions. So we are already delayed with the program, I think.
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
You
Yeah.
can just continue.
So thank you, Prabhu, nicely narrating the past tense, so we could follow along with that lecture. Thank you for wonderfully narrating. I heard many Jagannath stories, but I could all the stories except one story, all are new. I don't know this many more are there. Um, thank you for
Hari Ananta, Hari Katha Ananta. There are
yes,
so many stories and narrations about the lordships that are there, and even personal associations. Like you will feel like your own personal reflection. You
yes,
go and see Jagannath, you will have your own story
yeah.
because he reciprocates with every devotee in his own ways. Same with Bhakya Bihari in Vrindavan. That's there.
Thank you, Prabhu. And it is we are very much it increases our faith, and it happened so recently. Thank you, Prabhu. Wonderfully sharing. Okay, devotees, we are moving on to the next part of program is Kirtan. Today's Kirtan by Arati Kirtan by Sanjana and Pujari service by Nirvala Mataji. Please face to the deities. We will have Kirtan now. Arti Kirtan. Devotees, can you can move forward little.
Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Satya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Nitai, Gaur Nataraj ki. Jai.
जय नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की नवदीप धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई की यमुना माई की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की संकीर्तन यज्ञ की बृहद मृदंगा की समवेत भक्त वृंद की गौर प्रेमानंदी all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gaurang Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai।
Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Jaya 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 Hiranyakashipurvaksha Yakashipurvaksha Hiranyakashipurvaksha Hiranyakashipurvaksha Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yata Yata Yamitato Narsimha Yato Yato Yamitato Narsimha Yato Yato Yamitato Narsimha Yato Yamitato Narsimha Bhai Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Bhai Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Bhai Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Bhai Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Narasimha Madin Sharanam Prapade Narasimha Madin Sharanam Prapade Narasimha Madin Sharanam Prapade Shinhamarim Sharanam Prapade Tavakara Kamalava Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jaganisha Jai Jaganisha Hare Jai Jaganisha Vakara Kamala Vahiri Mata Bhuta Shinga Lalita Hiranyakashipu Anubringa Keshavadrika Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrika Narahari Rupa Jagadisha Hare Hare Jaya Jagadisha Shabadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Jai Jagadisha Hare Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Repeat after me. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare. Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare. Nitya Gaura Hari Nitya Gaura Hari Haribo, Haribo, Nitya Gaura Haribo, Haribo, Nitya Gaura Haribo. Shri Lakshmi Narasimhadev Bhagwan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.